Okay, so we want to talk today about mixed farm animals. Not mixed breeds, but putting different kinds of farm animals together. The first one we'll talk about is sheep and goats. Why we don't do sheep and goats. Now you can, we've had people ask, can you keep them together? And you can, they're both small ruminants. They both need the same nutritional issues, except for that goats need copper and will get copper deficient, and sheep, you have to be very careful with their copper intake. So you don't want to, you wouldn't be feeding them the same grains most probably. So that would be an issue. Also, sheep are more susceptible to things like photosensitization from alfalfa, and goats are less so. So the other reason is that goats are disturbing to the sheep. In the Bible, you'll see they talk about the separation of the sheep and the goats, and our question was why, and that a lot of people ask that. Apparently, they like to separate them for resting. They would separate them because the goats are disturbing to the sheep when it's time to rest. If you've ever had goats, you know that goats can be rambunctious, and sheep are a little calmer usually, even though everybody complains because mine are all amped up, and they just want treats, okay? We spoiled them. So, yeah, they don't speak the same language as well. Goats have a whole different pattern of behavior and the way that they will vocalize. So we actually don't advocate keeping them together. Sheep are also wetter than goats, and the goats bully the sheep. We kept a little lamb in with some goats, and we felt she didn't thrive. The goats were beating her up. So we don't advocate it. We will advocate it over keeping sheep or goats with other animals, however. So we'll talk about that briefly. Some people will try to keep either one of them in with chickens or ducks.
Or pigs.
Or pigs. We do not advocate that at all. Chickens and ducks carry different diseases that are not good, and also for some reason, they don't know why, the chicken and duck feed is poisonous to your small ruminants. So you don't want to do that. And also, your chickens and ducks can get parasites from these guys, and you don't want parasites to end up in your flock of chickens and ducks, particularly if you're selling eggs, because it has been said that the parasite can end up inside of the egg. You open it, and there's a worm in there.
Yeah, chickens like to peck through the manure, and they'll get worms on their eggs that way.
And you'll hear people advocate for that system, where you're keeping them all together, and the chickens are pecking through the manure and eating that, and blah, blah, blah. Do you really want to eat a product that came off of that? I know I don't. The other reason for not keeping them in with pigs is pigs are predators. They can and will eat and bite small ruminants and their babies.
Yeah, do not keep pigs with other animals. A lot of people will say you can, but it's a matter of time before they have a bad experience that shows them they've made a mistake.
Yeah, and we saw that firsthand. There was a pig that came to visit, and her mama will attest to the fact she bit every animal on this property. So if she encountered an animal, she bit it on the leg.
And our friend had her pigs that were loose eat a duck.
Yep, and so they absolutely will. They jumped on that thing like nothing and ate it up. Keeping dogs in with your livestock, with the exception of livestock guarding dogs, well trained, you don't want to do it. We had somebody trying
Don't have them unattended.
Yeah, don't leave them unattended. Your dog, like the pig, is a predator, and it will take advantage if and when the animal seems susceptible. So this has been our 2 cents on keeping flocks together of different species